Welcome back to TG13. Today we are going to do a mock draft. I know this is a fantasy football YouTube channel, but I said on Monday I really just want to do a mock draft. I enjoy these. I do them a lot in my free time. Today we're going to be using PFF, their mock draft simulator. First up we have the Jaguars. Let me restart. We are a week away. Today's Thursday. Next Thursday is the NFL draft. I am very excited. There's a lot that is getting ready to happen. I've talked about it before. You have Baker Mayfield. Still hasn't been cut by the Browns, but hey, you could get him on the cheap, get him for a fourth rounder. What is it, an $18 million cap hit? You got quarterbacks that are making $40 million. I think Seattle could make it work. I've been saying that for a while. I know I said talked about it the other day. You have Baker Mayfield that's still available, and see where he goes in the next week. Again, I'm still predicting that he's moved by the draft. And then you have Deebo Samuel, the big news out of San Francisco. He has requested a trade. I think the early reports were the Packers, the Lions. I think I might have seen the Chiefs. I don't think the Lions will do it. They're in a slow rebuild. I don't think they'll do that. Oh, I saw the Texans as well, and we talked about it in my last video. The Texans need another wide receiver. That'd be perfect. One, no state income tax. Two, you're probably going to have a rookie quarterback next year that's going to be one of the top two picks. So one of the top two players in next year's draft. And you have a decent offensive line right now. So I keep reading that he doesn't want to be used as a running back. He wants to just be a full-time wide receiver. So fantasy-wise, obviously that's going to knock him down. If he goes to the Texans, I don't believe Deebo is a true number one wide receiver. I think he's a high two. But I don't think he's a true number one wide receiver. He's not going to get you, what do we see with Devontae, 1,500 yards or 1,400 yards. I guess we do have 17 games now. Anyways, I don't think he's one of those true number one wide receivers. Sorry. That didn't work. We'll do it again. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, this is horrible. Whew. Nope, we're good. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, Deebo Samuel. Texans are another one. The Chiefs, when I first saw it, I texted my friends who don't watch these videos and said it's got to be the Packers or the Chiefs, right? And I do think the Packers could definitely make that move. They need somebody other than Sammy Watkins and Alan Lazard. I'm also going to bring up what we brought up the other day. I'm just going to keep talking, but... So, yeah, they need another wide receiver. I think that would really help Aaron Rodgers, fantasy outlook, obviously. So, if you do that, you're probably trading one of your first-round picks. Well, you had to trade one of your first-round picks and probably a pick next year, whether it be a second or a third for Deebo. So, where am I going? NFL... depth chart. Sucks that you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. That's alright. That's why I like this. Alright, so this isn't the website we used before, is it? No, it's alright. Anyways, so yeah, Deebo is a big story right now. Who's going to get him? What are they going to give up? I still think the Packers can do it. Like I said earlier, the Texans, I keep reading that. The Jets are another one that could use him. You trade that number 10 pick over, and then plus whatever else you need to attach to that. And that would definitely help out Zach Wilson. I know that we had mocked the Jets last week, or on Monday, where we were doing the fantasy football mock draft. Or we were overlooking what CBS had done, and we were just looking at fantasy football players. And we were looking at the Jets at 10 taking a wide receiver. So Deebo comes in, he takes that spot, and then what's he going to get paid next year? Is he going to get $25 million a year Is he going to get close to 30? So that's something the Jets will have to think about. So there are a few teams out there. I don't think the Lions will do it, and I don't think the Chiefs will do it. So I think it'll be between the Packers, Texans, and Jets. I love fantasy football wise to see the Packers do it, but right now I think everybody's leaning towards the Jets. So after that, we have Katerius Tony. I saw reports yesterday that he's just not showing up to. What do they have right now? Just like a little mini camp going on, a little practice. He's not showing up to practice, man. I'm talking about practice. He ain't showing up. So not really sure what's going on there. I really liked Katerius. I hope everything's okay. Yeah, and fantasy football wise, how much does that affect you? He did miss time last year with a lot of injuries. I think he even did he get suspended for getting in a fight? I don't remember. Let me take a look. I think he got in trouble last year. Katerius Tony. Yeah, he got in trouble last year with a fight. So, did Katerius Tony get fined on some like conduct, throwing a punch, and during the Week 5 game? So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens there. That sucks. Like I said, I really like Katerius. I think he's got a lot of talent. Hopefully, he can get everything together. Anyways, so today, back to what I was saying, we're going to do a mock draft using PFF's mock draft simulator. First up, we have the Jaguars. Now, I know. First, I'm going to look at the offensive side of the ball. Cam Robinson on the left-hand side. Here we'll go here. Let's see what the depth chart looks like. Oh, it is the same one. Oh, perfect. All right, so you have Cam Robinson, franchise tag, right here on the left side. You have Ben Barch, who we really don't know a lot about. He played some last year. He did decent. I do think he'll make a step up, but I think he might have been our best offensive player rated according to PFF last year. So, our best offensive line player last year, according to PFF. So, you have Ben Barch at left guard. You have Tyler Shatley, who everyone down here loves. You have Linder that retired. Shatley takes over. Casey McDermott, no. But you have Tyler Shatley right there. And then you have Brandon Scherf. That was a big free agent that we signed this year. Get off my screen. Stop it. Anywho's. Scherf, right guard. Definitely our best offensive lineman that we have, which isn't saying much. And then you have Jawan Taylor, who is not good. I did hear some radio talk this week, the local radio. They talked about, let's say you do draft Evan Neal at number 1. Do you move Jawan Taylor over to guard? And they had a retired Jaguar player on there. He played tackle, and he was saying how it's easier to move from the tackle position to the guard position than it is from the guard position to the tackle position. And he thinks that would be a smart play is for them to draft an offensive lineman at number 1 and move Jawan Taylor in at guard. He said he'll make a massive improvement doing that. So that would be nice to see if he is right, and 2, if we do that. And then you have Walker Little, who's a rookie last year. He didn't play for 2 years. I think he tore his ACL, and then the COVID rules, he just said, no, I'm good. He stepped up last year. He's a good player. There's a lot of talk that he will be the starting right tackle if we don't go offensive line at number 1. So I am a big fan of that. Again, I do not believe in Jawan Taylor at right tackle. So yeah, there's your offensive lineman. I wish I had PFF, which I do hope to get, where I can show you all this. So yeah, the offensive line is not very good right now. So you have Evan Neal, massive man, 6'8", 337. The Mammoth. Yes. Well, this is 6'7", then 6'8". And this is 350, and this is 337. So, did he grow an inch? What's going on here? What's going on? Anyways, he only allowed 24 pressures over the last 2 years between left and right tackle, so he can play both of them. And I know people have talked about drafting him and put him in guard. You could literally put him at right tackle, and that's fine. If you want to put him at guard, put him at left guard. You can put him over Cam Robinson. Literally 3 positions. You can go put left tackle. You can go left guard. You can go right tackle. Those 3 positions you could start at. So, let's say you do draft Evan Neal. Put him at, let's say, left guard. You move Juwan Taylor to a backup guard and put Walker Little over here. The offensive line is light years better than what it was going into the season. So, again, I do like Evan Neal. I think he's a really good player. God, I hope I'm just making sure I'm videotaping. So, yeah, I do like Evan Neal. Then you have Icky. I'm going to look at Evan Neal's grade. So, last year they had him at 85.8. Offensive snaps. He allowed 2 sacks, 5 hits, and 8 hurries. Yeah. That dude's a beast. So he allowed 5 sacks in 3 years. 9 hits. What was that, 22 hurries? That's your guy. Whoever gets Evan Neal. All right, then you have Icky. Played for North Carolina State. 6'4", 310, sophomore, 21. Played 12 games. He allowed 10 over 3 years, 8 hits, and 36 hurries over 3 years. Yeah, 91.6. I'm curious to see his game film against Clemson, not last year, but the last 2 years. And ACC's been trash outside of Clemson. Anyways, yeah, I'm a little iffy on that. I like Icky. I don't like him for the Jags. They have Charles Cross, Mississippi State. 8 sacks, 6 hits, a ton of hurries right there. And obviously he didn't play much there, but 14. Yeah, they're showing the teams that I don't want to see. I want to see this team and this team a little bit and this team a little bit. Yeah, I need to get PFF. Anyways, Icky, you have Evan Neal, you have Charles Cross. So those are your offensive guys that I would take at number 1. Defensive guys, you have Aiden Hutchinson, who everyone keeps saying is the number 1 player in the draft. I like Aiden Hutchinson. I don't think in a normal year he'd probably be like the 5th pick overall. He's a good player. The couple games I did watch, again, I'm not saying I watched every film or every game of his, but I watched I think 2 or 3 games, and he just does a lot of bull rushing. I didn't see a lot of moves going on. So will that stand up against somebody like Evan Neal or an Icky or somebody like that? I don't know. 93.2 against Iowa, 65.7 against Penn State. Doesn't show me a whole lot. Yeah, outside tackle, 763. So he had 94.5. Defensive snaps, you see there. Sacks, hits, hurries, batted down. So, again, I think he's a good player. He'll probably end up going number 1. Next up, you have Derek Stingley. Huge freshman year. Let's see what he was ranked. Yeah, this last year, not good, 66.6. You look at his freshman year and defensive snaps. So, obviously, he played the full season, which he hadn't been doing recently. Had a few injuries. Cover snaps, receptions, targets. Let's see the amount of yards, touchdowns, interceptions, passer rating. 51.4. That's really good. He's 6 foot 190. Yeah, he's a good player. Top 10 pick is what they had projected. He won't go number one because corners don't go number one, but he's a good player. Next up, you have Sauce, 6'3", 190. What do they say? First round? Oh, yeah, I hope so. 6'3", 190, never allowed a touchdown. 0 touchdowns. He loves the threes on interceptions and passer rating. I know he was playing with Cincinnati. See what his big games are this last year. Played Notre Dame and Bammer. Yeah. Sauce is good. I'm not cutting him down. But then you got Kayvon Thibodeau, and that's probably... I keep seeing Trevon Walker, and I don't understand. 6'5", 272. He's 21. First or second round. Is a physical specimen at 6'5", 275 pounds. He's still figuring out how to be a pass rusher, but you can't teach what he has. And I'm scared that the Jags... I'm scared Bulky will make that move, just trying to make something happen. And I think it'll bite us. I'm not a huge fan of it. The Jags don't need and they keep saying the home run hit. What if that doesn't happen? What if he just flops and we're back to square one? I don't want to do that. So, to me, you have Aiden Hutchinson, Evan Neal, and Kayvon Thibodeau. Who do I think that they will take? Me personally, I would take Evan Neal, which we all know. If you go look at the defensive ends, you have Roy Robertson-Harris, Dwayne Smoot, who everyone loves. He's a good player, good role player. You have Josh Allen at linebacker, and you have this dude at linebacker. You need D-ends. You need D-ends more than you need offensive linemen right now. You need defense. So I'm going to go Aiden Hutchinson. All right, so next up, we have the Detroit Lions. Oh, wrong thing. Do. There we go. That's me all day at work. I just go do. So, let's see what they have for them. They say quarterback, linebacker, and defensive back. Okay, so we know that they're not going to take a quarterback because you're paying this guy too much money and he's still got years on his contract. So, what was the next one? Linebacker. You're not going to take a linebacker at 2. Yes, I need linebackers. But get off my screen. Stop it. All right. Oh, okay. I took Katerius Tony off of there. We don't need that no more. All right. And then defensive back. You're not going to take a Sauce Gardner at 2 or Derek Stingley at 2. But you don't need offensive line. Offensive line's good. Look at your DNs. Michael Brockers. Yeah, so they definitely need help on the defensive side of the ball. They need help on the offensive side of the ball as well. But I have them, because he is a very smart man, Dan Campbell. I think he wants to take Trevon Walker because he is a physical specimen. But he also wants to just be able to put a player in that's able to play the first game of the year and contribute. He's not going to have to wait for it, which is exactly what the Jaguars need to be thinking. You can't wait for a player that's, if it's year 2 finally breaks out of year 3, you need somebody that can play week 1 and start contributing and be solid. Again, it's a bad draft for the Jags to have number 1. I don't like it. But anyways, take Thibodeau. Next up, every position. So, go to my handy-dandy notebook, and we go to the Houston Texans. My back's starting to hurt. Buying a chair next week, not doing this stuff anymore. Don't like this chair. All right, so this is obviously no trades. You have Laremy Tunsil, you have Tyus Howard. I don't like that. We talked about that the other day. You have Justin Bridge, Justin McCray. See what else we got. Malik Collins. Jordan Jenkins. Yeah, you're needing defense. How are your corners? Needing corners. Yeah. You get on tackles. You're trying to just build a team up. This is a team that they just need people. And I definitely see that. I have them taking Trayvon Walker. Next up, you have the Jets. Jets need wide receiver, linebacker, corner. And I wish they would show more. I almost didn't use PFF. I thought about it. I almost went with a different mock draft because I don't agree with some of these. I think the Jets are smart here. Let's go look. Mekhi Becton was who I was thinking of the other day, if anybody actually watched that video. But I couldn't remember who the tackle was. And I'm laying in bed, and I'm like, you're an idiot. It's Mekhi Becton. Stupid. Becton, Elijah Vera Tucker, Connor McGovern, Laken Tomlinson, George Fant. They have good tackles. They have good guards. They have a good center. I spit everywhere. If I'm this team, I'm looking at defense. Ashton Davis is good. Elijah Moore. Tomlinson's getting up there in age. How old is Tomlinson? Yeah, he's 30. How old is George Fant? I'm 29. It's crazy. He's younger than I am. Kai Becton, Elijah Vera Tucker, Connor McGovern. 29. Not bad. I like the Jets. I don't like the Jet fans. But the Jets have a good team. I'm not saying that they're going to be making the playoffs or anything. Playoffs? No. But it's this guy I'm worried about. Again, we kept seeing that he was overweight. And that makes me nervous. But this is who you have available. You have Derek Stingley, you have Charles Cross, you have Sauce, you have Icky, you have Evan Neal, you have Kyle Hamilton. That's pretty much all you're going to get right here. You're not going to reach for too many players. So, do you want to get that offensive line locked in, or do you want to go with a corner? Now you're up again at number 10. So you can go edge, you can go corner, you can go wide receiver, you can go linebacker. You know, you have to really fall in love with a player. Do you take an Evan Neal? Do you take a Sauce? Do you take a Kyle Hamilton? He's some considered the best player in the draft. 76.1 last year. See what they say. He came down with 3 picks and 3 pass breakups in his first 7 outings. Yeah. So what do you want to do here? You want to take a safety? Safety too high at 4? If you don't, Giants have 2 picks. Giants could take a safety. I have them taking an offensive tackle. I have them taking a wide receiver. I have them taking an offensive tackle. So you can get a remaining offensive tackle or Kyle Hamilton. All right, so your first 4 picks on the defensive side of the ball. Now, we talked about this the other day. The Giants need help at offensive line, among a lot of other things, but offensive line. Giants. Andrew Thomas, Max Garcia, John Feliciano, Mark Glowinski, Matt Gono, Ricky Seals-Jones. Not in that, but I have. So it's pretty much down to Evan Neal or Icky. I think Evan Neal is a more safe bet, and I think that's what they'll do. So next up, you have the Carolina Panthers. You have quarterback and offensive line. Again, I don't have them taking a quarterback. I think they're just going to ride Sam Darnold, try to get the number 1 pick next year. If that's the case, I'm taking Icky, and I'm sticking him on that offensive line, and here is why. Yep, that's why. So I'm taking offensive tackle. I'm taking Icky. All right, next up you have the Giants again. So we got OL knocked out. You have edge and linebacker. Let's go back and look. Look at the Giants again. They're just going to be moving back and forth. Actually, see if I can pull up PFF. What PFF is. I don't know what I just did. Boop. Yeah, we're going to go to Google. We're going to go to PFF and that's what they already know. See if I can even look at this. Can I do it by position? Is that uncalled for? That's really what I like to do. Guess not. Guess that's not a thing. Everything is locked. God, I hate this. Definitely doing that next week. All right. So you got an offensive tackle thrown in there. I think this is where you go in for cornerback, especially with James Bradbury. The rumors going on about him. Yeah. Dory Jackson, it's good. You can go Derek Stingley or Sauce. You made the first safe pick. Let's reach for it. Let's go Derek Stingley. All right, next up you have Falcons. Falcons need a quarterback, guard, center, defensive lineman, corner. No, they need a wide receiver. This is where you go Garrett Wilson. Oh yeah, let's look at their team. Let's go back and look at the Falcons. Because I don't know why I'm using that. You need somebody to throw the football, but they don't have anybody that can catch. They have Auden Tate, that guy, Damar Bird, that guy. They do have Zacchaeus, and then that guy. Exactly. God, they have more running backs than they do wide receivers. And I don't know why these guys are so far down the list. They have more tight ends than they have wide receivers. Yeah. Your offensive line might not be the best, but you're taking a wide receiver. You need somebody. Next up, you have Seattle at 9. And we had talked about this the other day. They need offensive line help. You just got rid of your quarterback. You're not going to draft a quarterback this year. Trade for Baker Mayfield. Especially if you trade for Baker Mayfield. They need this. What am I doing? I'm looking for Seattle. You trade for Baker Mayfield, and you can get. You already have DK. You have Tyler Lockett. You have that guy, and that guy, and that guy, and that guy, and Freddie Swain, and then that guy, and that guy. So, work on the offensive line. Give Baker everything that Russ wanted, but you actually get it for Baker. So, Have him taken Charles Cross. All right, Jets. You just took a safety. What else do you need? You need a wide receiver, a linebacker, and I guess you can get corner. Now, would you take a Sauce here? Would you take a wide receiver to go to the Jets? Corey Davis, Elijah Moore, Braxton Berrios, Denzel Mims. You went offensive line. No, you didn't. Who did we get? Oh, we got Kyle Hamilton. We went Kyle Hamilton. So, are we going corner? Bryce Hall. Wild Goose. Love it. Michael Carter. Oh, I thought you were a running back. I'm kidding, by the way. Oh, it's Quentin Williams. 24. Okay. So, do you want to go corner? Do you want to go wide receiver? I think at this point, you go wide receiver. You can get corners later. Get Jameson Williams. Alrighty then. That leaves the Vikings. Alright, so far we have edge, safety, tackle, corner, wide receiver, tackle, wide receiver. So we hit 1 need, 2 needs, 3 needs, 4 needs, 5 needs, 6 needs. That was just because I had an extra pick, and why not? You took Derek Stingley. Hopefully he can lock down, CD or McLaurin, somebody like that. So Garrett Wilson needed another wide receiver. Or you need somebody to throw the ball to other than Kyle Pitts. Seattle, they're starting their rebuild. They're not going to draft a quarterback. They're going to get Baker Mayfield. I'm just going to keep saying it. Then you have Jameson Williams going to the Jets. On the clock, we have Washington, who nobody likes. Sorry, Washington fans. It is what it is. You have Scary Terry. You have Cam Sims. Dimey Brown. We got some good wide receivers. They got a couple wide receivers. See, that sucks. I really wanted him back. Offensive line, not too bad. You have Carson Wentz throwing the ball, which sucks. And do they have quarterback as a need? That's awesome. Trade for Carson Wentz, and it's still a need. Defensive side of the ball needs some help. Guard, center, linebacker. Well, I'm going to go corner. You have Kendall Fuller, Benjamin St. Juste, William Jackson. I'm going to go corner. It's the same reason why I went corner with the Giants. You're going to need some playmakers on the defensive side of the ball. Yes, I know they need some on the offensive side of the ball, but they signed Carson Wentz. Obviously, they're giving up on the year on the offensive side of the ball. And you still have Antonio Gibson, J.D. McKissick, Jared Patterson. I have Sauce going to Washington. All right, so next up we have the Vikings. Go back. And I don't know what I was doing. Vikings, their needs are guard, center, edge, corner. Well, sucks for you. I just sank Sauce, the pick in front of you. 86.8. How tall is he? 5'11". He allowed only 16 catches from 36 targets for 111 yards and no scores. So, looks like a pretty good defensive back, if you ask me. Cameron Dantzler. I like Perry Nickerson. Patrick Peterson. Maybe a couple guys who get a little older. He's young. I have him on my Madden team. Big fan of him. 25. Nickerson's 27. Oh, I don't know why I just hit. Sorry about that. Hit a button. William Jackson, 29. Yeah, I'm going to pick a corner, and I'm going to go with Trent McDuffie. Look down the list and see. Only because PFF's a little different on their player ranking. Like, they have Tyler Smith going in the first round. Come on. And some of this stuff is not correct. Next up, we have the Ravens. Nickelodeon. I'm bad. So, defensive side of the ball, I love Calais. Mayor of Saxonville. He's 35 years old. Broderick Washington. Yeah, not what I see when I think of a Ravens defensive player. Aaron Crawford. Nothing even written on him. So, the DL and corners. Well, you just lost Trent McDuffie. Are you reaching if you take... Who's my next one? Andrew Booth? Or are you just going to stop all that and select this mammoth 6'3", 341 pounds? There's a one-trick pony, but it's an impressive trick. 6'6". I'm so confused. You have 6'3" right here. How is he 6'6" all of a sudden? That makes no sense. Anyways, 82.7. And see, it shows the games I don't care about. Sacks, 3. Hits, 2. Hurries, 9. Or you go Devontae Wyatt, 6'3", 304 pounds, 90.1. Sacks, hits, hurries, batted down. I'm going to go Devontae Wyatt here. I think he is the better defensive tackle. Oh, no. No, I didn't even realize I was on the Texans. Oh, no. Well, I just screwed that up. Congratulations, Texans. You just went both D-line. Well, that sucks. Good thing nobody watches this. All right, so next up, I'm going to go Jordan Davis. That was so my bad. I wish I could back this up. Oh, that sucks. That's not what I was going to do with the Texans pick. All right, Eagles. Sorry about that. Eagles at 15. Eat some dinner and start streaming some video games or something. Eagles. Wide receiver. You spent a lot of capital on wide receiver, almost to make up for this guy. Nope, I don't know what I just did. I don't like it. Please stop it. Put this guy in. Start him. I think Gardner Minshew might be the better quarterback than... I think he is better than Jalen Hurts. He showed it last year. He stepped in and just went 20 for 21. All right, so they need linebacker and DB. Well, would you looky right here? Linebacker. Xavier White. Darius Slay. Monte Maddox. Omar Epps. Yeah. I'm going to go linebacker here. Devin Lloyd. Let's take a little bit of a look at him. Lloyd can take on a block, blitz, and cover tight ends at a high level, which is why he earned a 90.2 grade this past year. 90.2. Tackles, assists, missed tackles. And no fumbles or anything. We'll take Devin Lloyd right there. Next up, you have the Saints. Quarterback, wide receiver, tackle. We talked about this last week. They need a tackle. I don't think they need a quarterback, and they need a wide receiver. We go look at their wide receivers. I don't think we did that. Well, I think we looked everywhere but wide receiver. Michael Thomas, Marquez Callaway, Kevin White, Tre'Quan Smith, little Jordan Humphrey. If I'm them, I'm taking a tackle. 94.6. I know they didn't play anybody, including you. But they need somebody. You're in the second highest grade of any offensive lineman in the past season and allowed only 10 pressures. So you're either looking at him or not Tyler Smith. Actually, can I just look up? Yeah. Trevor Penning. He's a first-round talent, according to PFF. Got a huge run block grade. But he did play FCS. So you want to risk it for the biscuit? Missouri State Bears, bird down. What do you want to do there, bud? 66303. X tight end. We all know how you like to use your tight ends. Might be a quarterback someday. Or 6'7", 325. I'm going to go Rain Man. Just kidding, it's Raymond. I'm going tackle. All right. Ooh, we got a trade. What do you guys want to trade? Just kidding. Chargers. Wide receiver, tackle, corner. And this is how I can tell that they have not updated this. Because wide receiver, tackle, corner. Wide receiver, Josh Palmer, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Jalen Guyton. You don't need a wide receiver in the first round. Maybe a corner. What was the other one? Or tackle. Yeah. If there was a big time corner right there, Andrew Booth maybe. They see him in the first round. You have 29 catches, 46 targets for 312 yards in his first full year as a starter. So, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 70 passer rating. Or, and this gets tough because you're running out of offensive linemen, offensive tackle there at the top. I don't think they're going to take a wide receiver, so don't care about that. Let's look at your other corners here. Kyer Elam. Some of these guys are safeties. I don't understand. Tariq Woolen. And you're running out of tackles. So if I am them, I don't think Tyler Smith is going. I don't know where this came from. So he's a guard. I don't understand. I have them taking a tackle. Next up, so you got a linebacker. You got Devin Lloyd. You know, I would almost take George Karloff this year. this would be the point where you're sitting here and I don't have it. The second round, if any of these wide receivers are available. But I'm taking George Karlaftis. I need another edge rusher. You get a linebacker, you get an edge. New Orleans Saints again, and so we just went tackle. This is where they could go wide receiver if they wanted to. And they have him like times 10. Why not get a big guy? 91.3. 1,000 yards. 7 touchdowns. It's a shame his London season ended with a broken ankle. He's 6'5" or 6'4", we're not sure. 210 pounds or 219. Who still led college football with 19 contested catches. I'm taking Drake London. All right, next up we have the Steelers. Steelers need a quarterback and a tackle. This could be a team that goes quarterback. I don't think you're taking a tackle here. If anything, you take Linderbaum. But at this point, I think Malik Willis. Electric playmaker, however, the Liberty quarterback is still far too much of a roller coaster from game to game. He did, however, have the second highest big-time throw rate we've charted. 91.6. 208, 339, 61.4, 20, almost 2,900 yards, 27 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. I'd like to see his running as well. I think a lot of people are drafting or mocking him there. Third round is what they say. I don't believe that. I'm going to put Malik Willis to the Steelers. Next up, at the Patriots. Wide receiver, edge, linebacker, corner. Here is what I keep doing. Because I know that Bill Belichick likes his defense. So he likes his defense. He likes his offensive line. I think he's going to pick somebody to run that defense for the next how many years Belichick is there, whether it's 2 or 10, because that guy is like my Krzyzewski. I have them going Nakobe Dean. Next up, Packers. We kind of talked about this earlier. You know, if they trade, with San Fran, it's going to be a little bit different. But they need a wide receiver. I think we looked at it the other day, but I don't know why this shit keeps coming on my screen. Just stop it. Sammy Watkins, Lazard, Cobb, Mari Rodgers. Yeah, so why not? As much as it hurts me. Chris Olave. Then you have Arizona Cardinals. Guard, center, D-line, corner. And I don't know why they would pass. They don't have a very good offensive line. They might need defensive line, corner. That's fine, but you're not going to pass on this. Cowboys. O-line, D-line, linebacker. That's why I think Zion Johnson or Kenyon Green. His physicality took a noticeable leap in 2021. He only allowed 6 pressures. Virginia Tech, Florida State. Yep. If I am the Cowboys, I know I said the other day I would love to take a wide receiver, but Chris Olave is not there. Garrett Wilson's not there. Drake London's not there. Take that offensive lineman. Bills. Wide receiver, defensive line. Are you taking George Pickens in the first? Andreas Torres ACL? Are you taking Travis Jones in the first. I mean, those are your defensive line right now. Oh, no, damn it. That's not what I wanted to do. Well, that sucks. I was trying to click off of it. That's twice I've done that. I need to get better at this site. So glad nobody watches this. Titans, wide receiver, guard, center, and edge. Well, you don't have a center. You can grab a guard. Wide receiver, Sky Moore. Elite shiftiness that plays so well at the receiver position, whether it's shaking press coverage or breaking an FBS high 26 tackles last year. It makes defenders miss with ease. 91.8. 10 touchdowns. 5'10", 195. With the news with A.J. Brown wanting out, which I don't believe is true, I don't think you're going to do that. You just got... Didn't they just get Robert Woods? Did he not just get traded there? Oh, I don't care about that. I thought he got traded. Maybe not. Maybe I'm making that up. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, no, that's what I thought. Titans. All right, so they're not going to go wide receiver. Then you're looking at edge. I don't see him taking an edge. I do think... I thought it was with the Bills for a second. I think they'll go guard. They could go Kenyon Green. All right, next up you have the Bucks. Guard, center, D-line. Well, there's not much. Doing Parham. You can get him later. Yeah. So you guys start looking D-line. Travis Jones. That's kind of my pick right now. Dog's barking. Jermaine Johnson. Nick Benito. Oh, Jabo. I don't know why they have him so far on the list. Who else is down here? Jermaine Johnson. I like that. Go Jermaine Johnson. Florida State, go to Tampa. All right, so Green Bay went Chris Olave. Again. Who is a tackle that you would take right here? Are you going to really take Tyler Smith? I don't know why they have him so high up there. That's crazy. All right, so let's look on the defensive side of the ball. I don't think you're going to go Sky Moore. Andrew Booth. Lucine. Garrett Elam. Quan Brisker. Let's look over at... Oh, look, I got him pulled up. Jair Alexander, Russell Douglas. So they're not going corner. They're not going safety. Devondre Campbell. Rashawn Gary. On to Kenny Clark. 26. Defense is stacked. So are you going... Maybe you do go guard. He's a guard. Big John Runyon. You know what? Screw it. Why not? Let's go Sky Moore. Chiefs. Wide receiver. D-line. Corner. Let's go look at the Chiefs. Let's do... Offensive line is fine. Did they just say that they need offensive line? Okay, defensive line. Yes. You need help on the defensive line. You need help at corner. You need help at safety. I didn't know they got DeAndre Baker. I like him. I think he's a good player. Yep. Yeah, I'm all last year. L'Jarius Sneed, Nick Bolton. I mean, he's definitely the anchor there. So, yeah, you definitely need a corner. And look who happens to be right there. So, Andrew Booth, the Chiefs. All right, then you look at wide receiver. You have George Pickens. Is he really going first round, though? I don't think so. Still have Travis Jones available. I don't see that either. Need an edge. You need to get rid of Frank Clark. See what edge rushers we have. Nick Benito. You know what I need to do? I need to scroll. David Ajabo. I'm taking him. I would love that. David Ajabo and Andrew Booth. Oh, that would be so good. All right. Next up, you have the Bengals. There's really nobody there available to pick at guard or center. Do you go defensive tackle? You have Travis Jones just staring at you. BJ Hill. No. What corner? Eli Apple. Uzier. Mike Hilton. So let's look at corners. Kyer Elam. 6.1 last year. Not very good. See, what I wanted to do was make him available back here. So stupid. I don't like how this is set up. You're not getting a safety. Kyler Gordon. $87.2. 6 foot. I like it. Kyler Gordon. Then you have the Lions. Took Thibodeau. And I keep seeing this and I like it. Seen as the biggest riser down the stretch. For his career, he missed only 11 tackles on 159 attempts. I think that shores up your defense. I'll go Lewisine. All right, let's grade our draft. Grade our draft. Did I say that wrong? Oh, sorry. Sorry if I cut you guys off. So the only accidents I actually did was Devontae White. I did not mean for him to go to the Texans. I wanted him to go on to the Ravens. And I did not mean is it Ibikadi? Ibekadi? Ibikadi. I think it's Ibikadi.